best to have a relationship with our parents. As with my kids. Me, if my kids ask me something, I'm actually going to kids, well. If my kids ask me something, for example, your kid asks you, Baba, in sex. Like, you want to tell me kids of today, you will never tell them what's sex.
The
You
TV will.
dismiss them.
You
The
get
TV
me?
will.
The TV will. And then, if 14, the damage is down, bro. Tell me, how many of us here had our first kiss? Did we have our first kiss when we got married? Huh? And you want to tell me about the kiss singing at 18? Do you know what did I do? Why didn't you tell me when I was still in primary school? Why didn't you tell me that?
Yes, you were saying.
You're gonna respond a bit, right?
Okay.
But the big question is, are you gonna respond to an individual person or
No, as you can see, my response was for the masses.
for the
Because I saw a lot of you were having.
We're here for the masses.
A lot of you have sheep mentality, and I can't help you with that. So honestly, if you didn't
yeah,
educate
sheep
yourself,
mentality?
it's sheep mentality. Because if you look at any, I'm gonna go after
What's the right word?
sheep mentality. That's what it is. When you
Now,
guys see,
it's sheep in terms of when you ask someone why lobola culture.
yes,
That's
of
when you
course, culture.
Give me
for the
depth.
fact that
Give me
for
depth.
the fact many of you were just like going after my appearance in terms of ubungane bami and then saying I'm uncultured.
2000. I forgot y'all the 2000s.
Thank you. Give it
Hey, 2000.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's why I said 25-year-old.
He too down, Baba.
I made sure that I attacked a few people in
He
there.
too down.
No, my only concern, it's not a concern,
Hmm.
but it's how she approached the man, all right? It's like,
It was not a good manner.
yeah, it's like, this chick lives in your hood, and then you say this han. That one put me off. I'm like, it's a conversation. Why are you taking it personal?
It's because I live a guy
Exact.
saying he's probably, if it's a he, he's probably.
It's a she, bro.
It's jealousy, darling. It's jealousy.
Because most people were saying like it's so surprising hearing ladies that are attacking her, and like
Yeah.
But it's giving, but you were giving pick me.
Yeah, what's
vibes.
pick me?
Pick me
Hey!
means
Honestly, us goes
she's
pick me.
advertising herself to niggas that are broke.
First of all, I've
For your
got a ring. You must just chill.
For your own information, she's taken.
I'm taken.
She's
Thank you
taken.
very much.
Drana. We
Taken.
won't say the
Mad,
name.
but hey.
I'm taken. So I don't understand, Manje. I wonder, Guguban, and don't tell me who the girl is because wow.
Yeah, I think is if I tell you, nah, she just disappointed me. I was like,
Yeah.
and a few girls, guys, I'm like, they really pushed a thread there. I'm like, on Facebook, I'm reading. I'm like, and one of the girls is reprimanding her. Is like, you are saying this Han as if you don't know her. You understand?
I love it.
Hippopotamus, hypocrite.
Bro, like, that's so,
Hippopotamus.
I just found it weird. Like, if you have an opinion, why attack her personally and not attack what she's saying? There's a difference. I feel like there's a difference. You understand? And also, another disturbing text that I got.
Disturbing.
Nah, okay, she's a girl, but she didn't have the balls to at least DM Neleja instead of coming to me. She's like, to me, Uti give me, did Neleja grow up with both parents in the same house? And I'm like, okay, because Neleja is open about this, I'm like, nah, her mother was around, only his father is.
And also watch the previous. She spoke about.
No, it's okay.
She spoke about justice. You get me?
Yes, you can speak. It's justice.
Yeah.
It's
She spoke
justice.
about justice.
That's why I
Hello.
told the girl, I'm like, if you listen to the
but
past
still
episode,
sorry.
she spoke about her dad not being really in her life. So what does it have to like
Do with
ihlangana
the
phi
fuck?
lobolo? Like, I don't know. I didn't understand. I didn't understand.
No, everybody, darling, it's a personal
Rivali.
thing.
It's a Rivali
It's a
girl.
personal
Guys,
thing.
where we come from?
It's
and
It's a personal
hectic,
thing.
bro.
For the fact that
Hectic.
many of you couldn't even come to me clearly shows where you are in your mentality. It's okay.
and the guys,
The fact that many of y'all couldn't come to you, ngiyayibona.
and
The same people that you invite on the podcast are the same people that are speaking now. Understand? I'm not trying to say
yeah.
we are letting this TikTok fame or whatever get into our head. But all I'm saying is be real. Nah, I just want realness.
down.
that episode, that clip, that 49-second clip just proved to me that people aren't real out here, dog. Like,
Cause then another thing, especially with hold on.
the phone.
The phone, dog.
So like also another thing was like, yeah, we are speaking about this ish, right? And I feel like with our people where we come from, guys, it should be a celebration. I'm not inviting you to like, yeah, obviously not everyone is gonna be like happy for us and things. You get me?
Yeah.
Because, for example, on my contacts, I got other people like, okay, yo, okay, okay, on my side, most people are like, yo, bro, like like for reals, bro, like she's speaking facts. You get me? And then Abanye would like come with like, yeah, she's speaking facts. However, let's not forget that very it's our culture, and they were not coming in a point of attacking and things. But also when you say very like with our people, bro, it's just sad.
It's disappointing. Now for now,
It's
I
sad.
just, hey, bro, be real. Not just be real. If you are against something about someone,
Yeah.
just have the guts to. She was real in that video. Luena, be
Yeah.
real also.
Cause here's the thing, man. Like also with the comments, like with TikTok. Yeah, you see these people about your hidden profiles. With those one I didn't even entertain because I'm
Oh,
like hypocrite.
user 1 million. What?
Hippopotamus. Hypocrite. You get me? I didn't even like entertain them, those ones, because like I'm like, you're gonna come here, hey, this is bullish. In at least, okay, let's say for example, if we were speaking bullish, at least we came out, we faced the world. Sabacheli var, our bullish that y'all think is the bullish. We faced y'all. Y'all are hiding behind the corners. You
Yeah,
get me? Who got bees here between me and you? Who got bees?
It's things that needed to be addressed. Yeah, it was just things that needed to be addressed.
Yeah.
And like right now, when everyone is asking me, and funny enough, I realized we started this podcast 2 years ago. Understand?
It's 2 years now.
It's 2 years.
Yeah, we're
now,
supposed to be
2021.
doing a second
Understand?
party. Kinda, yeah.
We started this thing 2 years ago, and when someone asked me what's this
Sorry.
podcast about, I couldn't really understand.
Mm.
Imphendula umuntu ukuthi ithini. Right now, I can confidently say we address issues that people cannot really talk about, and we voice our
And
opinions.
I'm gonna read them the slogan, food. Don't worry.
Because what annoys me is the ignorance. Like it's just pure ignorance. None of you watch the full video. None of you watch the full podcast. But the audacity
Exactly.
of you to be in the comments.
Exactly.
If you heard the entire podcast, lobola zange ithi iyalahlwa. Ngeke. Hayi ngikhulwe ngesintu. It's not gonna work. Ukuthi ilahlwe ilobola. But the one thing I was emphasizing is that many of your families are greedy. Many of amalume bakho abo aunt bakho bakhulisa amapokoto wabo with another woman's or another man's strength. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna keep telling you guys, are you kidding me with your ignorance? Are you kidding me? You're telling me ukuthi, yeah, mara right ukuthi bayakwazi ukumbuza. For the ones who can afford it, kudos to you, my man. But I'm talking to people who can't afford it and right now are running from isintu, running from ilobol. I am afraid that in the next 15 to 10 years, abantwana bami basebahleli laba bodwa and they have no mother, there will be no culture. Abantwana bami are going to know the westernized world, and that's all they're going to know. So into being kwatisa is that they're running from it because of the sheer greed from black families. And I'll say black because it's predominantly in the black text and nyanyisayo. Yes, of course, our mametu and bababetu are supposed to be thanked in some way or babongwe, but you guys have lost that. Babonga ngama 1 million, bafuna 350,000. Now we were just hearing somebody, for an example, Punda was making an example for me. Uguti, there's another person who still has marriage, who's married, or they're trying to get married.
Usakoloti spouse. Tell me.
Like imagine that. Usakoloto muntu wakhe. So that doesn't make any sense for me when two cultures were supposed to come together to create one bloodline.
And also to add on this,
Sure.
like you would hear these things, Uguti, like Emma family, but yeah. Oh, akaphela lo akaqedanga nokulobola akaqedanga no. And I'm like, okay, so manje, I'm sure you've heard this.
Yeah.
Akaqedala uqeda, akaqedanga
Like,
nokulobola.
sebabhekele umuntu
And so I'm like,
dog.
it's like manje, ngithanda nomuntu ngithanda ngesikweleti. You get me?
Like,
You in a dead relationship.
does not make, thank you.
I
Doesn't make any
understand
sense.
also Vele. If I will because sometimes though also like something that also came in my mind because sometimes if we lobolile and then like your spouse passes on, ayintombazane, vele bamlahla kubo because you get me. So angeke when you was because you get, but I'm like, but still, if if you would like, and it's as much as most people, and shout out to the people who didn't come and fight with us and just told them, no, actually Lobola is just bringing two families
Together.
young tall and then sihlangane and then leo mali iyenza umshado, most of them, you get me, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Thank you.
Siyahlangana, we all rejoice with that money. So you could also say ukuthi le mali leyo ukuthi sishade, and if you still want a white wedding, that's your ish. You get me? You're gonna decide.
The same people that were coming after me were the same people that would go and do a white wedding. The audacity of you to come at me, you're uncultured and uncultured 2000. Thank you, uncultured 2000. Askis, minobeka funi sintu.
One question we need to face as
annoying.
I think maybe I'm struggling to answer it, but what makes an African? You can't tell me it's Lobolo. You can't
No
say,
way.
You can't say I'm losing my Africanness because I'm Koki Lobolo, or I don't do traditional wedding, I do a white wedding.
Exactly.
Instead.
No,
Tell
I'm
me
saying
that I'm colonized or anything.
that's fine, but these are the same people that were telling me I'm talking as if I was westernized. Ma'am,
Me,
you have
give
a
me
white
depth.
wedding.
You can't tell me that Lobola is culture. Give me depth.
And also when she started, with that, like she did, like make an example about Lobolo Gucci, ganjena.
Struggling men.
The problem was when you all make that into a business.
How?
That was the problem when you make it into a business. It's not a business.
No, guys, no.
Uthengisa umuntu. Someone like human trafficking.
Yes, I don't want to say it's basically human trafficking. The way they've done it now, the way they've diluted Ilobola, it's like human trafficking now, basic human trafficking. Because now you're making it seem like you need to pay for this person to come and do wife duties at your place.
Yeah.
That's what many people have done now. You've made this thing, Yoguti. No, if he looks like he's worth 1 million, my daughter's worth more. Because, oh my gosh, I educated her. I love this girl who did the stitch with us. Mama, I wish I had your name, Zoktega. I love she did the stitch. She did a duet with my video, and she's like, she's right. This sucks, Uguti. Many families are going through this right now. And she made an example, Uguti. It's for struggling men. It wasn't for people who can afford it. It wasn't for people that had understanding families. Benga kulum nani. If you guys, the moment you guys have one negative person, nilandela loyo muntu loyo, and it's 109 yards. You ignorant people. What's worse is you ignorant people didn't even give yourselves time to go back to the video to see, okay, wait. If she's telling me, Uguti, okay, if there's Lobola, Lobola yani. If you guys went back to the whole podcast, I was talking about the sustenance of how important Lobola is. But the way people have done it, it's like a greedy thing.
And if
Your
you
man, what was it for?
Yeah.
Was it not for the wedding?
And if
was
you
it not
do
for
listen
Bonga
to the-
Basekaya?
i- if you do listen to the whole episode, Neleja also goes on and speaks about damages for a child.
Thank you.
Understand? If you did listen. And what she's saying is what she exactly said 20 episodes ago, where she was like, when information comes to you, it's sugar-coated.
It is.
Let's
Salt-coat it.
Let's salt-coat
Right now.
everything.
Salt-coat
And then you
it.
guys, and what's worse is you guys are so finicky. And I'm not talking to everybody. Anybody who was supportive, but then also very constructive in your behavior. So constructive criticism. I love constructive criticism where somebody can come to me and say, I hear you, but yes, but she's coming at me, Uguti. Mama, I agree with you. This is my point of why I agree with you and why I disagree with you. Many of you were just like, she's young and
Yeah,
uncultured.
bro, that's my thing.
Give us
man.
sustenance.
2000.
Give us something to work with.
Yes,
on 2000.
it's a conversation.
Can you also,
It's a conversation.
It's
so
that's what I hate about just people with comments. Like, let's have a conversation. Like,
exactly.
Neleja stated her opinion, right?
Exactly.
And when the Issues
After
podcast
that, also open the
decides
other one.
to post it, they're trying to see what's your view also. You have
We
your
want
story.
your view. It's bonosako.
We want
your
your view.
eyes.
You understand? Give us
You
your
know?
view. Let's have a
You know?
conversation. Let's interact. Don't bash me.
Like,
Neleja
bro.
didn't bash you there.
And for many of the ones that come from Ikaslami, guys, listen, nah, I'm going to address this one time. As long as ungangithengeli ukudla kithi, and as long as you've never put any clothes on my back, please understand your opinion can go where it came from. Because now they were very personal in the comments. You guys were very personal. So I'm coming at you from the way you came at me. Very personal.
Interaction, dog. That's
So
what
if you can't come to me,
praying
if you
for.
can come
Come
to
when
my
I'm done.
gents, nikhuluma izinto, but you can never come to me. It says a lot about you as a woman. It says a lot about you and your character because you saw my point, but instead of going after the point, you came after me.
You can't come.
Khona lo fikile, what was she posting on Facebook saying, this hand, mama, you know me. So why are we acting like you don't know me? No, we're being personal
Hamba
because she
kuwe.
was
Yeah.
being
Wena hand.
personal. I like the fact that she was reprimanded in the comments.
Yeah.
Ukuthi, why are you speaking like you don't know her? Kubonakala ukuthi you went at a very opinionated point and personally came to address it. Mama, that says a lot about your character.
Bro, let
Hence
me-
why me and you can't interact.
I'm not gonna read.
Hence why I
I'm
think
not
I put
gonna
this
read
on.
all, ne? But her point, ne?
Hmm.
Ukuthi lobola iyasebenza is, bro, umembezo. That's the only thing she's got. That's the only juice
Ini-
she's got.
Umembezo.
Yini
It might
umembezo?
is. It's when they. I'm not really cultured in these things, but
Yeah.
umembezo is. It's some type of welcome of the bride into the groom's family. If I'm not, if I'm wrong,
Ayunyembezi.
you will correct me. But
Yeah.
it's that thing. You understand? So it's when bakutela ngenyongo, all
Aye.
those things.
Yeah, but
all those
culture.
things,
Did
all
you
those
hear me
things.
speak about culture when I spoke
You
about
understand?
Lobolo? Because ngikhulume ngemali.
And
Yeah.
the definition of culture is another thing. It's also
Thank
a different
you.
thing. You understand?
Exactly.
Because the Issues podcast has their own culture. You
Exactly.
understand? So if you talk about for me, it's logic,
Yeah.
juice, and interaction.
You get me?
Give me an information talk. Like don't.
Yeah. Singene, but back your getting.
What's the word? What's the word? Be
informative.
Kana when women say I want a smart guy and
Intellect.
let your conversations be mentally stimulating
There
as
it is.
Yeah.
how we started it. We started it on here. Don't give me a grade 1 answer. Give me
Ish.
Because what you did was
understand?
grade
Yeah.
one.
what
But
you did. It's
And
personal.
Grade
also,
one.
That's
and
just
also
me.
like Gio, the ones who pissed me, cause I was answering, cause mostly like God answers the comments. So I was on night shift, so like, oh, it kept me busy for the night shift.
yeah.
So there's this one of like guys, why need to God nah?
Like you get your
like-
point across by being vulgar.
Like, cause I even did, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I
we-
did. So the
yeah.
reason why I'm laughing, I saw how you responded to that.
yeah,
Like,
well, like, wow, too, okay, I hear you, but why are you
Tugan?
swearing?
Why are you swearing?
Why are
bro?
you swearing?
Was it necessary?
And also, whether you know we are a clean thingy, but like, why are you like be angry? Why like we don't have a problem if you disagree. Why are you swearing? We are masked. Do you know the person that's speaking?
Bayathanda ukukhuluma
Why
ngathi
are you
yena.
swearing?
you're gonna swear and then
That's-
thola ukuthi
it's-
uyamtrigger la,
It's
you're talking-
besides triggering, but it's also what you are saying that, like, gee, even if you disagree with us to the power of
Thousand.
exponent, whatever, we don't have a problem. Because the main thing, it was to spark a conversation that made people, I can even say that made the whole SASP, because even Twitter was there, like, I'm a South African who was speaking. You get me?
cancel
We
culture.
made it through the headlines.
We go to Twitter, the
You get
cancel
me?
culture. Yazi uthini mngani athi good like publicity is good publicity anyways. It's how you react to that publicity. Hence why I'm saying ukuthi I had to address her the way she addressed me. I'm not gonna come at you vulgar darling. I'm a corner.
Exactly.
I don't have time to be going
Why are you
soft.
swearing?
I'm not courtesy to me because you couldn't even DM me. You had to go to the niggas. Bonisa, where is your character,
Don't go
mama?
through the corner.
Don't go to the corners. Come
Come directly.
Come here, mama.
And I am Sanele.
Here I am.
Melinda.
I am.
I am not my
Sanele.
bees.
I am not what
I'm
you
not
make
my
me, darling.
bees.
Another
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
Yaguti, when I read the article,
I'm a 2000.
I to be honest, I didn't even go further. I looked at their caption.
That's
but for
bad journalism.
I
personally.
thought with journalism you research.
That's my
Exactly.
favorite.
No, seriously, I thought you researched because please imagine this article ended anyway. You wanted the negative narrative. This was basically why your article was up. This was a negative narrative from the get-go.
Bro, these are the things
Oh,
that are
man.
making newspapers to
Yeah.
fall. Because
Redundancy,
now
man. Redundancy.
your sources are a thread or
Yeah.
Because now,
tweets.
what if somebody came in
Nothing
your comments
authentic.
and corrected you? Because I am 25 years old. Last I checked, I'm a 2000. I'm still very young at this point in time. But I'm not even the reason why. Even in my response video, if you check, bruh, in my response video. I was even addressing you guys, Guti. Oh, I didn't know I was a 25-year-old, my 2000. I wasn't willing to correct any of you because in Velenang Pega, And immediately, because of my young looking features, it might have been my young features.
It's 'cause
or-
glory, nigga.
Or you guys felt as if because you didn't go into the video deep enough, you felt as if y'all weren't. It's like, Ngatsini, if you didn't look at the video deep enough, you can't come at my age, Dali, based on what you hear. Because then you didn't go watch the entire podcast. You went and you watched a promo, right? So you can't tell me a promo or this, Yama 2000, the worst thing, just to show you to this journalist or whoever wrote this did not research. She said they don't want their boyfriends to pay lobola. First of all,
Start with the headline.
she said, Ama 2000 say
Ama
they don't
2000.
want their boyfriends to pay lobola. First of all, Begungama, it was one person. Research is done there. What's 2000? I'm not a 2000. What's he don't want their boyfriend to pay lobola? That's incorrect as well. Because if you had gone back to the podcast, I literally reflected, Uguti, ilobola is very important.
I
But now it's
expect the
based on
journalist to
greed.
watch the whole
Thank you. I expect you to watch the
Exactly.
episode so that when you come here, none of us can say that you are now a bad journalist for being one who does not
You are
research.
bad. You are crap,
Bad.
bro.
Because
Weak,
I felt as if I thought that journalism was to give a perspective on a story. This was not giving different perspectives, opening up the perspective
It
of
was
different
one,
perspectives.
literally
It was
one
one
corner.
negative perspective. I'm at 2000. Because now you're supporting the ones that went and said, yeah, you're
I'm at
young and
2000.
uncultured. Worse,
I'm at
those
2000.
women that felt as if I needed to be married to know. Mama, you guys don't know when you learn from other people's experiences, it makes you an experienced person, even though you've never been through the situation. It does make you experience because you listened to abadala bathi hey mntanami ngathi sebalahla isintu selahlekile isintu sekuyithi imali. Make sure that when you get married, mentally you're okay, emotionally, spiritually, alright.
Financially.
So that financially, once you've got yourself, the man is not, I don't want to say he's financial aid. He's just adding onto what you have. So if that's financially, he's adding. But some of us need more.
The comment.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
the
wanted.
comments.
Yeah, I wanted to say. But again, when the phrase "Ama 2000" came up, right?
Yeah.
And I read that comment actually, and I was like, nah. We have personally, this is me, guys. Like, this is me.
I
Voice of
personally.
All right.
The previous generations are suffering from this thing, Yoguti. We do not reason.
Oh,
We do
funny
not
guess my
disagree.
start
Meles tate out.
out.
Exactly. This.
And
yeah. What? Yo.
because young people
Okay.
are reasoning with what culture says, you think that's your response to what Neleja. That's a comment. And you want to tell me you went to school to learn weak responses like that? Nah, bro. Like, bro, if I'm dog, reasoning is the first step of being smart.
Thank you.
That's me
But
personally.
you can
understand?
reason with something, man.
Uguti,
That's our first topic, by the
Right.
way.
like even I'm gonna take it a bit further.
Mm.
Even
Take
with
it.
the Bible, we don't really disagree with the Bible.
Yeah.
You reason
Yeah.
because umuntu uyaphila to say, okay, if Bible leads 1, 2, 3, and in life I'm doing this, how do we fix this? You and the Bible is so personal to a level where you speak to it to say, how do I make myself better? Because you are saying this and I'm doing this and I'm trying to reach a certain level, that's reasoning. So if we are reasoning with culture and we say in the economy that we are living in, which apparently economists are saying we might reach a point where $1 is 30 rands, and you still expect me to save up.
Away.
Ngifika nini ku 60,000 mfethu?
Uncle.
I'm not being negative, but 60,000 ngifika nini?
That's even saving is a scam, bro. Like, saving is a
By
scam.
the way, Avusheni.
Hey, yo, Abu Shani. Hey, yo, aye. Yo, man.
Besesiqalile topic.
Hiribalini, hiribele, mara. Hey, you know, we are actually what, like, you. Sorry.
love it. No, man, this lobola thing also highlights it, guys.
Yeah, but
how
like, yeah,
sheep
yeah.
like
You know,
this society is. I've never seen such sheep
Oh,
in
yeah,
my
the
life.
comment.
You would rather not, I don't want to say defend my narrative, but you would rather go with the negative ones so that you seem like you know better. It's amazing how a person would say,
Yeah, right?
it's how it is.
Weird.
Somebody would tell you it's a red apple, it's a
also-
green apple. But because they tell you that the green apple doesn't look right, you would rather follow the ones who are red instead of trying the green apple to see that it isn't right.
Just to reason and find and say, why are
No.
people disagreeing?
Why are people disagreeing?
Sorry before you read. Ne?
Yeah.
Also, think you see that like South African, and I'm sorry guys, like about our people, ne? And I'm sorry if they're gonna come, but this is far. One thing I've learned about South Africa, ne?
The same majority of them.
Umuntu oyo like ngaba nomuntu owanolo and then umuntu owanalo like it's like you get me. You can have a trend right now. It's a trend. Like even that thing is not even into eglonai, but because everyone is following it, they go there.
Exactly.
Kube
Sheep.
lento egrand mara cause
Sheep.
inabantu abancane angeke buy. Those are South Africans.
Sheep-like mentalities.
Those are South Africans.
Ngibone ngale ukuthi point you have
Majority
no point.
rules in South Africa,
You have
not
no,
logic.
Thank you. No point.
I think the moment I saw this comment on Facebook, funny enough, by
Wait, on which page? On your
it's what's this page? Damn.
One day.
what's on the when page?
I forgot this person's name, but I'll find it now.
Okay.
My brother tagged me. My brother tagged me and say we are trending. So it's a comment from Spamandla Mzobe.
Okay,
He's even
Mzobe.
verified on Facebook.
Mzo.
He looks like a businessman. I didn't check out his.
Sponsor man.
Mzo, uthini?
So he's saying we are missing a lot in what she's saying because we are
Yeah.
emotional about culture.
Thank you. Like a lot of people were coming
You know,
at me.
I read that thing and I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. It's fine.
He's got it. He's got it.
You
That's what
understand?
say. That's
Please
what
put the
God.
comment there. Ne?
Yeah, I'll
Yes,
put it
please
on.
just put his comment up there.
Yeah.
Because it makes me see black people don't like being wrong. And I say blacks because there was many of you that were coming at me with your skin color looking like mine. And
Are you white, man? Are you
thank
white?
you. For me, it's like, if you can't come at me, even Voice of God said this. He's like, if you can't come at me and make your point with sustenance, then your point is irregardless. It is irredundant. It doesn't mean anything because
Swag.
it clearly shows what you spoke from what emotion and not logic. And I
Yes.
thought that men were logical,
Logic,
but they
bro.
were the ones being emotionally.
Bro.
Comments. Hi, hurrah, it's
He
hurrah.
he goes on and say
Oh yes,
the
there's a good one.
Lobolo we all know now it's a white man's arrangement or design.
Okay, but to be honest,
Arrangement.
I didn't like I did my research, ne?
Yes.
Like in the 17s, bro. And like
1700s.
yeah, bro.
Ooh,
and I was
that
like,
goes
oh,
back.
okay. But also with that one, with the white man, I was like, but okay, besides so like now I was removing everything. Okay, Lobolo Valley has been like even when you go to the Old Testament, ne? There was even this guy, he made me understand. Oh, I sent you all the VN,
Yes, you
Potimpo,
did. Yes.
the one who was speaking there. Like, I wish I could play. Can I play his VN?
For me, you can just skip the first part of the VN because I had to pause it to listen to it and not listen from Ukwata.
Nah, but it's just that
Fine.
it's
Just summarize what he said.
Yeah, Ilang. So there was where it was like no from like the Old Testament and when I don't know who Angsakumbuli if it was Rachel. Wait, Rachel, not your friend. Okay. I don't know if it was Jacob marrying. There were gifts exchanged.
You know,
You get me? Like to show what like that there was that. You get me?
Okay.
But it was not the thing of it always go back to how people now started to make it a business. You
So
get me?
now, what's interesting in this comment, he
Yes.
goes on and
Okay.
says, the paper money we so crazy about was never part of us.
Exactly.
Amabhodlela
God.
kagoloko nezitofu ezibizweni were never part of us.
Sorry.
So amabhodlela like alcohol,
yes,
expensive,
uvula mlomo. Angithi bawubiza
yeah,
uvula
uvula
mlomo.
expensive,
Open the mouth.
expensive, expensive alcohol and nestof ezbizayo were not part of us. That's what he's saying. We need to listen to her and think what she's saying, and even if we think she's not making sense, we need to not insult her but investigate her view.
Why are you
That's my
swearing?
key. That's reasoning.
Did you hear?
It's called reasoning.
Capacity.
Investigating. I love how you use
Baba Mzobe, thank you.
investigating.
Thank you so much.
Verified, ne?
Challenge it.
Verified. Yeah, kabang.
Challenge it without insulting her or her family because it got there.
Hey, bro.
Remember this culture we are so proud of. We are so proud. We never designed it, but it was designed by those who came first. I'm a 2000. By the way, Naleja apparently is a 2000. I don't know about
No,
that.
I will
but
put it this.
25-year-old,
2000.
2000.
We
I'm
are
a 2000. They are
2000.
coming with a new perspective. Out with the old, in with the new. Guess who they talking about? The emotional ones and the old ways of doing things. What I'm hearing from what she's saying is that we can redesign our culture to have new meanings that suits
Enhance
the now
it.
life or our economical context.
Did you hear me say struggling? He
Bro,
was listening to what I was saying, this man.
Human beings created culture. Culture did not create human beings. So we need to be we need not to be so emotional about culture or insult her. We need to engage
Hey.
with her respectful.
I love him so much.
You understand? Because in our culture there is what? Respect.
Thank you.
Yeah, respect is number
Zange
one in
ninhloniphe,
culture.
but whatever.
If we do not do that, or what we are saying becomes noise and exhibition of our level of understanding of what culture
Ignorance.
is and what culture is not. Lobola, as it is in our days, needs to be reviewed and reshaped to fit the social and economical context. And
Yeah.
there is nothing wrong about that. There's nothing wrong about that. Nothing stays the same. This is the last point. The ones with the mud in the in the head will think I'm supporting her view, where else I'm just saying let's listen to her view and not be insulting or emotional about. Sazi sayikhulumi culture ngesingisi.
Ungakhulumi isingisi.
Like he touched a good
Touching.
point. Honestly,
What's
it's
his name?
very
Spamandla?
touching.
Spamandla Mzobe.
Spamandla Mzobe.
Why is
Spamandla.
Indaba?
No, because like, he was very honestly, he just showed how a lot of people were emotional in my comments. And a lot of them, it's nice that you can come to my comments. I'm at DMs. Angikwazi, direct messaging. Kwazi ukumlanda umuntu ngqo. Ning-trial.
Because it's giving this thing of ukubona when you're having an argument and then win and then uyabonga ukuthi uyalose and then avele avele plus gini nihluphekile. It was giving that.
Yeah,
It's giving
It was
that.
became spiteful at some point.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
almost
bro.
like you spoke about laba basekasi
Yeah,
bakwazi ukukhuluma.
Abasekasi, it is kind of spiteful. I don't know.
And
but
also-
yeah.
For the
guys,
fact
it's
that you were
just-
like, it's disappointing for you.
It's
Ooh.
disappointing, bro.
Ah,
Be
choo.
real. That's all I'm saying.
And also, like, going back to before we said Abusheni, you were actually coming into the introduction of the. Oh, thank God! Like, I did it. Look, yo, like, so. This is one of the things, guys. That's why, like, mostly, even when like, this hotel see na yonke into, it's one of the things that people they don't talk about, and it's one of the questions. If you go to your parents or you go to the, sometimes you don't even get a straight answer because you get me. Ngiphelela la, and that doesn't. I will still grow with the question, bro. I mean, one thing. I've been a curious kid from a young. You see, my mom. I used to ask my mom, like me. I've asked my mom, condom because I would see. I advertise the condom. Pam go to good TV every day. Kumbula those times of choice in when I'm at intersection. I'm like condom here, you get me? And she would keep bomb. Auntie, hold on. Yo, Londre.
Sorry, my dog. But I get you, my nigga.
You get me? Because like now it gets to a point like you still didn't answer me, and I hate a thing of because you know the reason we asked. It was one thing I was like, it's best to have a relationship with our parents. As me as with my kids. Me if my kids ask me something, I'm actually going to kids, man. If my kids ask me something, for example, your kid asks you, "Baba, in sex," like you wanna tell me kids of today, you will never tell them what's sex.
The
You
TV will.
dismiss them.
You get
TV
me?
will.
The TV will. And then ufuna uyomtshela maseka 14. Oh, the damage is done, bro. Tell me, how many of us here had our first kiss? Did we have our first kiss when we got married? Oh? And you want to tell me about the kiss singing at 18? Do you know what did I do? Why didn't you tell me when I was still in primary school? Why didn't you tell me that? Number two, bro. Number two, we like sometimes I always say, Guti, like I think many of us, if they said, I know sometimes we are kids. They're like, okay, yeah, your level of. But here's the thing, yeah, if I'm Buzanga, but gee, a kid comes to you, yini lento leya. Banqabza ngibheka ithi yini lento leya. hayi bayarabana. Uyangithola? Ngoba bayara
Lies.
uzahamba yoraba omunye umuntu. Angithi
Filter.
bayarabana i-right angingitshelanga.
Filter.
Here's the thing, bro. Uyabo wabanqabuzana. And then umbekela ukuthi like why benza that but thina or kanje awuyenzi at this age. You get me? Like tell the kid, but also give the kid a background. Yokuthi kanjani. Cause bro, one thing about kids, and even now, kids they ask. And if you're not telling the
Hey, they will
umntwana
ask, yo.
and uyithola estradeni and estradeni makayithola uyithola in the wrong way. You go to estradeni umfana wasestradeni uzokhomba porn. Uzokhomba porn.
Yeah.
Will you go tell your mama was watching porn? No, you won't. And why? They didn't tell you. Umntwana wasestradeni at that age. Yeah, when I understand. Mara angithi ngokubuzini. Tell me. So I can understand. You my parent. You'll never lie to me as a parent. That's why I come to you. Because you want the best for me, right?
Yeah.
Tell me. That's why right now, even with sex, bro, we have our parents, they will tell us, Ma ulala nomfana, uba nomntwana. But you don't tell us that there are soul ties in it. You never told us that. You see, if many people, we knew this. Okay, let me speak for me. If I knew that, me, I'm sure I was going to be even a virgin even
Straight
now.
up.
I was
Straight
gonna
up.
be a virgin even now.
I would have
bro.
never sexually
'Cause
interacted.
we just thought like, oh, you know, like you get that pleasure, it's nice. We move. You get
And
me?
also we
Wait,
focus too much on pregnancy
pleasure.
instead of
you get
diseases.
me exactly.
also.
You get me, cause bro, like I'm like bro, like cause you see, spiritually, it's worse than the physical. You get me? Cause sometimes what happens spiritually it affects your physical life. You get me? Cause man just say utayile. Sometimes utoguti like I'm a one night stand and thinking people are glorifying. Nah, it was just vibe. It was just a one night stand. I was lala no muntu njani. I was good to lo muntu lo uparties njani.
So
Now you
true.
wanna complain when izinto zakho zingasahambi kahle.
Ngahambi,
You forgot
okay.
ukuthi manje uyenze nani nani. Cause anazi ukuthi nilala nabantu abanjani. Anazi ukuthi nilala nama devil worshippers. Anazi ukuthi nilala nabantu abathatha izinto or ama agents. You get me? And now you wanna complain when your things are not going. And then foot it goes back to if we asked and then you all told us ukuthi this and this and this, cause bro, even like today I had like these guys like, no, some things you can't tell kids. If a kid comes to me, I'm like, what is selling your soul? Angeke we understand the manje. Ngingamtsheli. And
Sasemncane.
ngiyalazi var mina. Mina ngiyalazi var. Ngiyalazi var. So ngingamtsheli. You see with me, this is me now. If now you think that I can't tell a certain kid, here's the thing, I'm not here for you. I'm here for God. I'm here to fulfill God's purpose. And I mean, I won't stop God's message because when you think, you get me? I mean, I'm teaching that kid because I know now as a kid, the people I've once asked, they told me this, and even now, in Cecile. So if me, I ignore this kid, what if I've ignored a soul that was sent by God for me to give it
educate, to
something?
teach.
You get me? That's why I always say I was like, even with my parent, especially in my age, yeah, you can think, Butsi, right now, hey, nan. But don't forget this. You as my parent, you were just a transport to bring me on earth. But also me, I have my own path that was created by my own God. You were just a transport to transport me to earth so that I can finish my purpose.
Yeah.
That's
No,
it.
I get where you're coming from with the kids, and I'll further explain what he means. He's not saying now for 8-year-old, whoever, for you to be vulgar with how you tell them
Yeah.
sexual interaction works. You can literally do it the way the people who raised me do it, okay? It was a matter of them sitting me down and saying, "Intombazane le." I used to, Kuchi was called, mina bang introduce yona, bayibiza intombazane yakho, right? I knew from a young age, ukuthi
Kuchi.
ngiyakugezela,
Yeah,
Kuchi.
sorry.
So I feel like from a young age, I was told, ukuthi uyayigeza intombazane ayithinto abafana. And my mom told me, ukuthi yathinto abafana. She didn't go into the context of saying, ukuthi the boy will insert. She said to me, if a boy touches intombazana, you can now lead yourself into something called pregnancy. So when I got to an age in
Touch,
high
still
school,
pregnant.
finally when I got to life science, I knew ukuthi I'm not supposed to be
Yabona
touched there.
sesicelo.
You know, that's why I'm like, I knew I'm not supposed to be touched there. Because I was told by my mom ukuthi intombazana ayithintwa. Intombazana afanele umfana ayibone manje usakhula, right?
Yeah.
She gave me the mentality ukuthi mangifika ku life science, okay, these boys are not supposed to touch this.
Yeah.
Why? Then I see ukuthi, oh my goodness, so there's something called it you know. So as much as I saw it from my brothers, I was never that girl when I walked into my room, into the bathroom. And my brothers were like, hey, when puma. They never
Yeah.
did that. It was like, princess, please close the door.
Yeah.
Then as soon as I'd ask my mom, hey, yo, mom, why do boys have what this is? Ati, I need to know bona bane yabamfana ichamayo. Oh, now I knew ukuthi it was a genital yokuchama.
Yeah.
Not a genital of inserting, but I knew ukuthi akumele umfana angithinte. So that's what Bunda is speaking on. Ukuthi, I wasn't shielded. I wasn't told, ukuthi, please don't do certain things. My mom was point blank. This is why I think from a young age I detested going out Ipsuk, right? I did it a few times. Don't get me wrong. I was the one but my mom quickly highlighted something for me, the danger of going outside. So my mom says, what
And
if you
not
lele mina?
communicating
Thank you.
especially.
Saying lele mina Ipsuk. Upumile, I did not know you left. Cops are knocking at my door telling me they found your body. How are you expecting me to feel as a mother? There my child was out of my... And of course, there are strict parents out here, definitely. And those are the ones I'm coming for because you create sneaky kids.
Yeah.
My mom didn't create a sneaky child. She was strict, don't get me wrong, but she was a logical, strict parent. She used to tell me if maybe I didn't want to do something for her, saying like something out the window. She'll be like, okay, whoa. As your mother, you like it when I buy you snacks. You like it when I buy you pizzas. You like it when I take you on excursions and you go on Goji City things and like that. It's nice. But now, if I tell you to do something and you don't do it, how do you think it makes me feel? It also makes me feel like if I tell you no with Goji City, I tell you no with Debonez, I tell you no with the things that you like, of course you're going to feel bad.
Exactly.
So how do you think mommy should feel now that you're not doing what she wants?
And another dangerous thing we have in this society or this world
the danger is.
is technology. If you don't tell,
Exactly.
if you don't tell your child,
Yo, bro, sorry.
It's okay. There's nothing
Like,
to
bro,
do with my dog.
yo, gee. Cause yes, bro, you see, as I said, I love kids. I love kids cause I know I was once a kid, and there was something. I know kids. I understand kids. You get me? And you right now, you say I can't tell them this. Right now, go put me into devilish things and
TikTok, dog.
You get me? You see, right now, it was what I was saying when I was speaking about the damages. But right now, we all know even a kid from crash, we ask against Agalin. My sister, we ask man. I say aeroplane, a child came with the aeroplane. Hey, God, it was a present. I say I didn't. Things are shown now on TikTok, and then but you still want me to. If that kid grows, you see, there's this thing what is a saying, man. Like Jens was saying. Exactly. You get me? Exactly. So me, if I'm not molding this young kid right now, and you see, once I was kuluma manje, like in a conversation, like no, sorry, no,
A proper one.
You get me? That's where things start now. Because the child is gonna ask you a question, and when the child asks you a question, they want to know, and you tell them, they take it. Because it's like Maubuza, bro.
And
you
the danger you didn't see was when you took a decision to buy him or her a cell phone.
Exactly.
That was the danger you were unaware of. But
Exactly,
you
bro.
did it out of Uguti, Abantaraba these days.
Yeah,
Baporeg and
because
stuff.
I did. I got my first phone at 13 years old.
Because also,
That's my mother's rule. Till today.
you see,
13.
because also with the phone, it's still not a problem, bro. It's just that when you get cause like, bro, when we're gonna become parents, it has to be, your child cannot have a phone. You get me? They have to have a phone now. Like, you get me? It's because even at schools now, they now use phones. But here's the
Can
thing:
have an iPad.
you have to put certain. Sometimes they have a phone. When you get to school, bring your phone, and then or maybe like you have your phone, and then when it's 6, we're taking you on our phones. Like, have control.
Because my mom had
you
that.
get me?
As much as I got my phone at 13, she would have a time where she has it. During school, I never had my phone.
Exactly.
As soon as
Even
I got
me.
home, finishing my homework,
Yeah.
they gave it to me at 6 o'clock, and I can go into the night with it. She'll only come back for it in the morning.
You see, me, my dad, when he would ground me mostly, obviously I was gonna take my studio equipment.
Bad.
I was gonna take my studio equipment during school. I couldn't produce. You get me? And he would take my phone. Sometimes he told me my phone, I could steal it, but he would say,
You
You
are
kept-
confessing, my brother.
Man, it was a mistake. I did
Okay,
it too.
but like, hello. Hello. Hey, God,
I did it.
Hey. Sorry. So like now, like you would take it, but holidays, I would find it. Sometimes I remember when I lost my cousin, like when he died, it was still school. He took the phone, he gave it to me because, like, now you saw it, like I was hurt. But that thing you could say, at least it's jabulis. You get me? But the most thing he could control, even with the production.
Control is very-
He knew I was not gonna do homework mang in the studio there. Magic. It's magic. You get me?
And then you have to go back to EMS.
Nick, you get me? So like I'm just saying, Guti, nothing is wrong, guys. Everything I call wrong, but let's have rules. That's why we also have laws, like Mhlabeni. If there were no laws, oh gee,
That
ngabe
would be
we
a
chaos.
lawless land.
You get me?
But I love the fact that you said laws, and Neleja will be very interested in this conversation. Are you aware
Law.
that the more we have laws, is the more we people lose control.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm making sense in what
No,
I'm saying.
you're
In
making a
terms
lot
of,
of sense.
For example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, this thing still hurts me till today, right? I'm a
Okay.
black person and I'm not offended because I understood what Leon Schuster was producing.
Okay.
His content was removed on Showmax because
black hotels and racial.
abafuni act as umuntu omnyama and everything. Wokeness is gonna kill this world.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
And gee, we love Leon Schuster, bro. I still wanna
Now
watch this.
Like,
we have
I
bro, I
loved
don't
him as a
understand, bro.
kid.
Like something doesn't make sense when someone who's in the community, right, says, apparently there's a song that was removed on all streaming platforms. Neleja, this song was made in the 1930s. It spoke something about gay people or something. I'm not sure about it. And the community was offended by it, and it was requested.
It's getting out of hand now.
The sensitive
Personal
culture.
talk, it's getting out of hand. Where
It's getting out of
now
hand.
the question of what is a woman is in question. Like, how do we question
Sorry,
such,
How dare
such
you?
things?
Sorry, can you
Yes.
it's fun, bro. It's fun. Now, I always say, I don't have a problem, bro, and I won't hate someone for being there. Like you chose, that's your life. It's none
It's
of my
you.
business, bro. Who am I to judge? Like, hello, oba long judge and I'm clean. So like, now they are making us aware like of the LGBTQs and everything.
LGBTQ.
The he, him, she, what, there's they, them. Like you get me. I didn't know, like, and like it's a whole like
Pronouns.
it's certified. You get me. Pronoun. They said it's pronouns. So now Latina very like, you know, when now people come, some may get offended. You get like the guy is a man and they're like, Sean, can't they wanna be approached as
she,
like
her.
Miss? You get me? And if you do that, like Vele, you get me? So I was like, but because since we don't know, and you get me, unless if they say like, hey, I prefer, and then it's clean. You told me.
Yes.
But if you didn't tell me Vele, and you know, and it's not being ignorant. So me, I was like, I raised the hand, you get me? I'm like, no, I get it, and we respect it. But I think I'd rather say good morning. Shh. I won't say good morning, sir. Good morning, madam. Because now obvious it's gonna be like, now I'm trying to cause something. Because yeah.
I
As
didn't
as
know.
as they them, they will think good like this guy's being ignorant.
Exactly.
Boom, and then you get me. So I'm like, no, just to make things simple. Good morning.
For the sake of peace.
Without
Yeah, 'cause for
good
me-
morning.
'cause
That's it.
now they're
don't
even-
put a pronoun.
I loved how somebody went ahead and spoke, Uguti. If you're going to come at me and ask me to call you they, them, he, shim, I'm going to ask you to respect me when I say I am a woman. There is no pronouns attached to me. Just because I refuse to act or do what you do doesn't mean I'm against what you do. I'm letting you live your life so that I live my life. I am a woman because I identify myself as one in terms of what I look like. This is what matters for me, the outlook of my genetic makeup. That's what's important to me, my genetic makeup. So because that's important to me, I expect you to respect that. I'm not saying because I have a genetic makeup that I am against what you choose to believe about yourself. This is why I'm like, we have to respect each other somewhere. This is not a world where you get to make a way and now everybody must live by that way. That's not how the world works, okay? You bump into different cultures, you bump into different perspectives and different views. So if you have those different perspectives, it means that you cannot just come with your narrative and pass on your
And
narrative.
force your
and now
narrative to
everybody
us.
must sheep in that direction.
are not you.
No, I'm going to stand point and tell you, no. I respect your they, them. I'm sorry if I'm being offensive. She, her. I
nothing.
respect
It's
all
what they wrote.
pronouns. Thank
It's
you.
what
I
they wrote.
respect all pronouns. My issue is when now you try and you force your narrative on people. Ma'am, nobody is supposed to accept you. This is why I'm like to people, you're sitting here.
No, that
like
is so pro.
nobody
Bro.
is supposed to accept you. It's like how
As
I love
normal we are. No,
as
like,
normal as we
yeah.
are, I love how gays have done
Hey,
it.
you're not saying
And I
well are not
speak on
normal.
the gays because those are the predominantly the ones I see in my space.
Yeah.
I love how gay people will tell you, Mama, I will wear a skirt whether you like it or not. that clearly shows you what the world is like. Regardless of the fact that you accept the fact that I'm wearing the skirt, I'm going to wear it. So even if they're not accepting you, it doesn't make you less of a person. This is why they're coming at a lot of people saying, oh no, but then because you won't call me this, you don't respect me. No, darling, because they won't call you that doesn't mean they don't accept you. They just refuse to follow what you believe in.
Exactly.
People are like this in
Bro,
the world. Like,
You know, there's a whole thing I saw, read, and even it was spoken about, right?
yeah.
They say I love how he built his. I don't know if it's a she or he. He or she built. Let's just say it's a she. She built up her statement
Okay.
by starting here and saying, when you are 13, you think of things. You think of things in a different way.
Okay.
When you turn 18, what you liked when you are 13, you might not like it.
True.
When you are 18, when you are 30, what you liked
Eish.
12 years ago, you might not like it.
Yeah.
When you are 50, what you liked 20 years ago,
You
you
might
might
not.
not like it.
So true.
It goes
And
back to
she
changing.
went on and said, there's a transgender lady
Yeah.
where she took a decision when she was 18 to say, I'm going to
Oh,
change myself
man.
into a boy,
And
right?
I've read so many of those stories.
You understand? And then 15 years later, when this lady is like 40,
Yeah.
now he's a he. He realizes that I actually regret this
Oh
decision.
no. And a
I
lot
don't
of
like it.
them.
That's what's scary about when now in America they say now kids that are 13 are allowed to decide what sexuality they are or what their pronouns are, what they identify
And
as,
when she
and stuff.
emphasized that
For
they
now,
might-
parents have. You see what you spoke about control in your household as a parent.
It prevents such
The
decisions.
system is now making
Ha,
parents lose.
hamba uhlala ku-government. Hamba uhlala ku-government. Angithi u-government umzali wakho. Hamba uhlala ku-government. No, legit, bro.
Sound like a parent.
You are gonna.
Dog, that
sound
was
like a
such a
parent.
parent comment.
That is
dog.
such a parent comment. Oh, but get that.
No, legit, bro.
Hamba.
There are other things, ne? I know there are other things that I wanted to do. And my dad was like, nah, as long as you, no, go get your own roof. And I understood. Even now, I still say, if I have to go back to my dad's, even though like, ngaba ne million, mara, if I'm going to go back and stay with
I
Tamalam,
will follow his
I
rules.
must do that. Not because I'm respect, that's his place.
Wam.
Kukhali isikathulo sakhe la.
Sila koko
You get me?
kuhamba.
So wena umntwana wami and uvumela i-government engayikazi ne-9 months le umama khayizwile ukuthi ikuvumela ibe yi-parent yakho hamba uhlala nayo.
Yeah, dog.
Angithi yakuthanda yona. And one thing people they forget, guys, the government doesn't love you all. Why are people still crying right now about other normal things? They don't love you all.
Basic things, water,
Who
You
was
get me?
saying it?
electricity.
And here's a dangerous thing. As much as you say that 18-year-old Masega Fiago 40, they regret
We
it.
are changing.
Now they know because these are kids. They just think. You get me? Or just like hashtag 2000 also.
Impulsiveness.
They don't care. Like
They're impulsive.
You get me?
Impulsive nature.
And then now we're having a confused generation. And after 10 years, people who are regretting, and it's a chaos. Imagine if a lot of 13-year-old men, like in the next 20 years or 10 years, we're gonna have chaos.
Dog, it goes with feminism.
chaos.
There are feminists that are 60 years that I hear of. 60-year-old ladies that tell you, I regret not doing things the normal way. Find a man, marry the man, have kids, have a family. By now, I should be sitting with my grandkids. I don't have that, and I regret
uyakhalela
it.
ngabangani
I
bakho.
heard a clip saying that. You can go on Google and
I
search it.
regret
I'm not going to
it.
teach you how to use Google. You are 2000, I get it. So, bro, we must be careful of the choices that we make right now.
Conscious
And
choices.
that's the reason why I love my continent. That's the reason why I love my countries, because we abide to those things. I don't care what these things they come up there.
yes,
These woke things, fine. Other issues have to
Points.
be addressed. You understand? Of how women are treated, of how gay people,
The problem, these people, is the money that they are given. That's the problem. Unless they give them money, they like go push this narrative. That's why
Dope,
other
yes.
which country was like, we won't take any money because I think Uganda or something. Was like, we don't want your money value. We are not passing this law of yours.
Yeah,
You get-
exactly,
So it's in a
understand.
problem. Money.
That's
that we
why I say
want.
to that, if imagine a government that's greedy, how can its people not be greedy? This is why I'm telling you, Guti, it's even seeped into Ilobola. Uguti, this
Hey.
greed has now gone into our culture. Uguti, you know what? Umuntu can afford to buy us a house. Asimkhipiseni ilobola yokuthengela indlu.
Hey,
But
phelela
y'all miss
teacher
the
la.
fact that
Unama-degree
this is
ayi-7.
why a lot of and I feel this is why a lot of your marriages are not lasting. You guys are thinking it's because no, let's just be honest. This is why a lot of your marriages are not lasting because ilobola yena ayizange ixazululwe kahle. If in Kumbula, and I'm
Damn,
talking to
actually.
I am
Actually.
talking to people that believe in abaphansi,
Actually.
to believe in laba abahlanganisiwe. Like look at God. If y'all are gonna start something ugly, He's not gonna make it flourish. He's
Yeah,
not.
dog.
So
Actually,
imagine
It's not even. It's not. I don't think it's a spiritual thing. Like it's for me. It's common sense.
Who said
But
it's a
how?
spiritual thing?
If
No, I'm taking the comments.
no.
if
Can't you?
if something
Yeah.
is started on lies or
Yeah.
it's not done
Greed.
correctly,
Thank you.
it's
Hey,
even
said it.
businesses
He
like
said
that.
it.
The devil.
Even
He
businesses
said
like
it.
that. If you run businesses ngama side,
Effects.
then, 'cause
It's
for
over
me-
side effects.
And I'm not talking to everyone, because for me it's like if y'all are gonna start near greed, how are you expecting that that marriage to sustain? If awuzange ufundise umntanakho the basics and the culture of what was supposed to be done. Yabona laba abangichazayo sabona abantu the ceremony abagogo bahlaliswa phansi phezecansi abagqokiswa ingubo abanye kulethwa imiqombothi abanye bagqobisa njengasho untana abantu ukuthi kunenyongo eqhamukile. Yes, because there was an animal that was slaughtered. No, nina senikhohliwe ngezilwane. Senikhohliwe ngokubonga abantu, nibonga abaphansi, nibonga laba abahlukile from before you. Senikhohliwe ngokubonga abomamenu, laba abaphilayo. Since y'all came from my family, nikhohliwe nemindeni yenu. Mara nikhumbula umndeni waka the bride, waka the mkhwenyana. Ukuthi no bazokhipha imali so. Siyenze kanje na kanje. There's a lot of people that never got to see their money go towards the wedding. What was it for? If it was so ningitshela ukuthi kubongwa imindeni yabo kwaqedwa. And then it was done. The kids must now figure out. Like, for example, I'm not going to say who said this to him, but this person said to him, I only paid half. Half, sir. That was all that was paid.
Her man paid half, actually.
Thank you.
You see?
even spouses now are loaning.
Man.
Go
Hey,
the bank,
Hey
bro.
guys,
Go
so
the
hey,
bank.
let's cut it.
Yes.
sorry. I know, like, hey, this one is you get me. So this is also what I wanna. Sorry, let's see cut it, yo. Guys, like, I'm coming to you guys, like, guys, let's stop lying about dating people you're not dating.
or
Because now
claiming-
when it backfires, now it does other issues. You get me? Cause bro, you hear it out. Like me, I'm one guy, ne? I'm one guy like with you see high school food. Mina being booze. Mina singida. Angithi usingida ngokusho ukuthi awumjoyelanga lo muntu. Mina like I used to speak with a lot of like mina mostly like I had a lot of
Female
female friends.
friends.
It's just that now mainly vele kumele cause hi. So now you'd get guys mina sengishaya la yabo. Oh, shut up. Oh, the best. Mina sengiya. Awusangitshela ukuthi ushaya lapha kuphi manje. I'm like, sure mina. And then now you won't go back to the part you like, nigga, now why are you lying now? You thought we were not gonna ask, or
Yo.
even if it's not me, but if you speak, kunomunye ofuna ukushela da. You get me? And that's why sometimes so good. Abanye bashawe ngeyitina kungasiyitina kuamanga. Ushawa amanga wakho. Uthi ushaya da and then uthi hayi uthi ngiyoshela nami ngibona. Bamqome and then ekhaya kwenzakala
Hey.
bayishe ngesitina uqamba amanga.
Yo,
And then
guys.
ahamba like cause sometimes bro it also affects the like the girl ongaqazi yena uyazi ukuthi maybe we out nje egrand on ipintshi and then now she has ukuthi hayi abantu abathi hayi yo hayi ejela kwini
Cut is full, don't worry.
you get me so like gee why lie cause you embarrassing yourself now
Because not even just yourself. Because for me, I was thoroughly embarrassed, guys. I remember defending
Wait,
this
wait,
person.
wait.
Kumbula kahle.
you know oh so it happened to you
Yes, I was thoroughly
Bro, it
embarrassed
happens to
about what
because this
happened.
thing,
Oh.
Because I was thoroughly embarrassed by what happened. It was 2 weeks ago when guys, not even 2 weeks ago. If you for the diehard fans LA podcast, y'all remember me defending this person. Y'all remember me defending him saying "Mkhanami, he would never. I was like, yeah, y'all,
Otherwise,
yeah,
so
nikijimisa
simple.
mabele, nikijimisa matazi. Guys, to be honest, with that one person, because it's not everyone, with that one person, you were right. The thing is, it was so
It's
sad.
a long game, my
It was
sister.
absolutely sad and embarrassing for me to call this
Eish.
person my friend Ganti, he went and spread a negative
Narrative.
negative narrative about me. First of all, he wouldn't accept the fact that I said we're friends. And this was a conversation me and him thoroughly had. Because I feel as if sis batala. We had an adult level where you must understand I have emotions, okay? And if my emotions are not going to help you or reciprocate what you're giving me, it shouldn't make me a bad person in your eyes. Now it just speaks about how important my presence is in your life. Is my presence important for you to keep me as your friend? Or is it now a destructive thing where you need to end it? And it doesn't make me an even worse person for the fact that you ended it. It just made me a person who shared how I feel. I told you you're just a friend. And now, if you feel as if it's a different thing, now you must spread a negative narrative so keep other niggas away from me. That solely speaks on your character because this is what he did. The audacity of him to go to people and tell them, Guti, nah, she's scared. Nah, she's scared
It's
to
not
claim
nice,
me.
yeah.
Listen to this. He was scared to claim me in public. Or I was scared to claim him in public. Darling, I'm
Claim.
not scared to claim anything. I come on the show and I give you the sleeve. I don't give
Sleeveless
you anything.
one.
I don't give you anything that is now I have to hide it. No, I'll give it to you. It's like it's a bit tattoo. So I'm gonna tell you that I don't like you, and how you take it is how you take it. What I don't like is leading people on because that damages people. That would have damaged friendships for him. Ukuthi, man, I would have tried to, court her, and now it's not a matter of courting. She's hurting me. Where now I'm using you because he went as far as saying to abantu ukuthi ungithengele utshwala. Understand, guys, I am a person who loves, and I don't want to say I love independency, but independency keeps me from disrespect. I love coming into a club and opening my own tab. I do love going somewhere and spending my own money because sesiyathengwa ngotshwala. Sesiyathengwa ngemali. I am not a commodity. I'm not to be bought. I'm not a product of some sort. I am a girl. I'm a woman. I've got my own thoughts and my own feelings, guys. Like, I've got things that I think about, aspirations, dreams. You can't buy those things. You can't buy those things. Those things can't be bought. So what he did was he tried to buy my love, number one, by telling people that I ngithengele utshwala. Number two, he broke my character down so that he keeps me as his friend, but keeping the negative narrative with other niggas. So what he did was he went and told people ukuthi vele utshwala nami but niggas angicime in public. Hence why a lot of people, even when we were hanging out, wouldn't greet or talk to me. But all of a sudden, when that episode came out, and now I was telling people publicly that he was my friend, a lot of niggas started speaking
Oh,
to me.
hey, sorry. And hey, guys, hey, especially for the, hey, me, take me out of, like, because like,
Yeah.
I got people, I'm sure now we are covered. It's like
Yeah.
now I'm the one.
Who
you get me?
started it?
And that time when we spoke about that, I was like, what kind of.
But it was genuine. We were just
Yeah,
asking
yeah,
a
just
question.
general
Because
question, man.
Nama was speaking from where I come from.
You
And
know what
she
I
spoke.
mean?
It's like right now. Mina ngikhuluma ngenye into, and then like she's speaking about it. We're speaking for ourselves
So-
here.
My
what I
question
mean.
is, who's real? If she brings it up and say, "Hi, this dude is my friend," who's real between you?
You get
and-
me? This is
It
what I
doesn't-
tell
You've
you.
been pushing a
It-
narrative. You
It, it becomes
Because
embarrassing.
if
And it must
was-
like a problem.
What's worse is not even just Abantu who TikTok confronted me. I had people ekasi that were defenders sa gage confront me. So it's a matter of, first of all, you guys are coming at me negatively. Anas ne story, the full story. Now, when what was nice is he had to sit next to me while I asked questions. And he said, no. Since Abantu are getting a different side of the story from you and a different side of the story from me, shalala sibone ukuthi bazothini. So I asked the questions. It's okay, sharp. Ngicela nikhulumeni ukuthi utheni. Nah, he said that y'all were dating and he was buying you abuse. Boldly imali yakhe. Huh? That's what I was doing. So I said to him, answer Pella. Defend and say, no, that's not what I said. Then he just shrugs his shoulders and sits there. So I was like, okay, no, let me ask you questions, seeing you're not answering their questions.
Do you know what does this all boil down to?
What?
Street cred,
Yeah, ish.
power, dog. One thing about dudes.
And not
power
all of
is
them. The
what-
ones that are, can we say the ones that are insecure? Please don't do that because a lot of dudes will
We
come for you.
strive for
the ones that
power.
are insecure.
we strive for power. So
ignorant ones.
whatever that can put me on top of the game. Now claim knowledge.
Okay, me say, guys.
Medium.
So my
You
question
media.
is, Ukulisi street cred, Mara, you destroying the one
Mama.
relation. This is me. You
That's
destroying
not even pink money.
like you just you're building street cred off of destroying the one thing that's giving you street cred. Balance me, balance.
Hippopotamus.
Balance. me.
Balenciaga,
the
cause-
battery is running out. So
Yeah,
we gotta
ish,
wrap
yeah.
up this.
As we like, yeah, and this is a wrap up. So guys, like, yo, man, if there's one thing, like, I always shout out, like, but like, I want to right now from the bottom of my heart, man, like, yo, every lady that's there for their guys, every lady, like, yo, from the
Why am I
small,
laughing?
from everything, like, hey guys, may I appreciate like ladies who are there for their guys, and because
That
sometimes
sticks through,
as
stick through.
as
them.
as guys, like we sometimes in my relationship. I'm not fully like not cheating wise, just us being ourselves. What we put our partners through sometimes, doing wrong things, and then still not acknowledging, but you still want to be arrogant about it, but she still stays understanding, bro. Cause like it's one we remember from the last episode when I was like, you wanna say uyangifuna uzongihandle na? Will you handle what my spouse is handling? Will you? Don't claim things that you don't know because you are seeing them. I'm like this because there's someone who can put through, who was put through with me.
And I
One-
get
You
one
get
it.
me?
thing-
When you see the full product, but you don't know the person behind this product.
Yeah.
One thing you must understand about ladies, gents,
Guys, ladies,
they
yo,
can leave you for the richest man ever. They can go look, but she's here because she believes in what you believe in. She believes in your potential, and get that in your thick skull and forget about 2 minutes life. That's all I'm
So
saying.
what I'm gonna close and say is, I would love to say it's specific to gender, and it is sometimes, né? Only because you have to understand. Someone pointed this out to me. Genetic makeup literally makes a very huge difference. So, for example, women are known to be women are known to be natural. Women are known to be people who can be a nurturer. Let's say that,
Yeah.
right? At the same time, it's like a lot of guys grew up with single moms, so some of them are nurturing guys, right?
yeah.
So my thing to people is that don't base this solely on I don't want to say gender, but also remember that gender also plays a key role in it somehow. Because some of us look at, and I won't lie to you, I had to get into a relationship to see that sometimes I look at things in a very emotional perspective. I had to get with a logical man to tell me that no, here you were anxious about this, baby. Hold on, don't be anxious. Be okay. You understand? So I felt like a lot of the times we get into relationships and we don't realize what we add, and we don't realize what we take. Because then it would make you see that, okay, fine, I did something wrong with my partner, just as he said, that we do things and then out of sheer arrogance, we say, Amara. There are some women who are like that. There are some arrogant women out here. They're probably raised maybe by their own dads or decided to listen to a man. So there's a lot of people that were now, their mentalities were either shaped by what they chose to believe in or shaped by what was taught to them. So if these people were taught to be mean and independent and isolated and just make your money, that's how she's going to be or how he's going to be. So you need to get into a relationship, and I've thoroughly said this to people, you are there to learn. You are there to learn. If you are there to learn, you must be open to getting hurt. That's what heartache is about. Sometimes you can get hurt in a relationship with somebody and you stick with it, like he said. Ukuthi, yes, sis, you do things to her, but she stays. There's so many niggas out there that are dealing with women that are the same, but they stay.
Because we amthanda.
Chose the devil he wanted to play with his whole life.
Like, guys, like, to you, like, and if, ne, with all genders, as you say, like, like, guys, appreciate, like, beg is appreciate that. You might not have money, but
Appreciate,
show,
man.
like, I mean, guys, I want to tell the world, Angela, I love you.
Oh.
I love you. Yeah, man. We can value it.
That is so cute. Anyway.
Witness the great ish of Emma Bunda ish. Witness the great ish of Emma Bunda ish.